Here I am at Lotus Lake. You probably can't see. A little bit, huh? I'm doing a fire vigil to connect my heart with guidance. So, in my story, once upon a time by the fireside, Buddha did not deny the three goddesses. Instead, Buddha decided to go with them, to let them make love to him, to enjoy the bliss of knowing the goddesses intimately, one after another. And from doing this, his path was completely different than it would have been, all about suffering and abstinence and making sure he was unattached. No, instead, Buddha, his religion was completely different that he taught after he embraced the goddesses. Instead of abandoning his family, he went back to this beloved wife and children. He apologized to them profusely for having, abandoned them for God, as if God wasn't within them. They accepted his apology, and his teaching from then on was about passionate loving, passionate living, passionate joy, passionate peace within the changes and the heartbreaks of life and death, passionate involvement with service to his children and his wife's passion and her longing for pleasure. He knew that in uniting with her, this was the highest, most sacred way to know God Goddess, all that is. For the three goddesses had showed him how to really pleasure a woman. They did. The three goddesses showed him. You can see in the magic of this fire right now, faces transforming, old stories, wearing those dark glasses that no longer need to be worn, letting go of the shades that shade us from the light, being willing to be that bright, that loving, that joyous. This is the courage, the new courage that Buddha found. Instead of being all detached under his tree in his holiness and separateness, judging the women disciples as he would have done in his other alternate destiny, he embraced the women disciples. He embraced the dances and the parties. And what would have been debauchery became sacred ways of connecting through the five arts, through dance, through song, through connecting with nature, listening deeply. Through paintings, through sacred story writing, fishes jumping, frogs singing, wind blowing, rain pattering. This is what happened. Buddha became aware that you could be both passionately connected and attached, knowing that there's no way not to be attached, that we are all entangled in this story together. And at the same time, fluid, moving, instead of being in a story about needing to not connect so much so that you can let it all go and see the suffering, that life is suffering. He saw that life is love, and love includes all emotions. And at the heart of love, in the middle of any suffering, is joy. This is what Buddha came to because he embraced the three goddesses instead of denying them in his deepest meditation. And now you see all the New Age guys in their beautiful yoga attire, learning the tantrika ways, how to really pleasure a woman. And now you see, because of Buddha, there's in his destiny of loving the feminine, there are temples of the tantrika women, the women who are courtesans, who choose a number of great lovers to serve and be served by. And so this generosity flows, this generosity of women's sexuality that is a fire of warmth and connectivity and joy and love, never separated from deep, profound creation, creative friendship, passionate, lifelong friendship, her sexuality entwined with her heart, but not owned by one or many, simply chosen and choosing those who are her deepest lovers. This became a solution for the appetites of men and women, their fire that burns and craves connection, that changes its need for how to connect. The spirits come out of the fire, full of love, dancing above the fire. And so it is. The goddess, Buddhista, the feminine Buddha, Dakini, Dakinila. You choose now. Will you embrace the three goddesses as they come to you in your dreams? Will you allow them to dance for you and not close your eyes? Veil after veil, the goddess shines and dances, veil peeling off, revealing another exquisite part of her beauty to you. Will you stay there with your eyes awake all the way down until she's naked? Can you take it? Can you take it? Yes, of course. For you, whether you are man, woman, or child, you are goddess. You come of her. You are this love, this oneness united with consciousness, the masculine spiraling through the void of her eternal bliss, her eternal night, her eternal womb. Your consciousness spiraling on a journey that serves love, serving love, serving love, serving love. You are love, my darling. Go to the fire. Reconnect. Bring offerings of tobacco, copal, chocolate, wood. Walk around the fire enough times as you give your offerings that you awaken the spirit within the sacred fire to hear you, your longing for all that you need to connect with, and allow the fire, spirit of the fire, to do this for you. It's the job of fire to connect you to the warmth and the heart and the light in the darkness, the guide through the tunnel to your becoming. More of you, more of you, more of you. I love you, darling. You are loved. You are loved beyond measure. You are. So let it be so in your life. The frog speaks. They're singing to you. It is only natural that you have all that your heart has been calling for. Remember that the nature of abundance is pure abundance itself. Abundance never gives you one thing in exchange for another. The nature of abundance is to have all of it at once. And yes, there's sorrow in having everything at once because we can hardly take it all in. I love you. The fire of your heart is ready for you. Now it's time to start your heart path of divine connection. Welcome home to Eve's Eden of Divine Feminine Love.